Good morning, everyone. Thursday, day 4 of kind of taking a step back and evaluating, letting go of all the expectations, letting go of all the things that we think wanted to happen and the things that we think of how we're doing stuff, and really kind of investigating and getting curious as to why we want some of this stuff and just kind of letting it go, right? And for me, it's been a real interesting week. It's like, it's hard for me to just not try to force something to happen. It's hard for me not to, I grew up during, I grew up in a time that said, hey, the harder you work, the more you can get ahead. If you're not doing something, then you're lazy. If you're not out and making it happen, it's not going to happen. So that has, shifting that for myself is a huge adjustment, and one that I really need to do. Getting into, we have two forces, right? You have the resistance, and then you have the allowing. And the resistance to things in life is that's us fighting. That's that struggle when it comes to weight loss. It's the white knuckling. It's the I'm gonna do this. It's the ings, as I call it. It's the doings. It's the forcings. It's the strugglings. It's the ings. And when you get to allowing thoughts to come to you as to how to do this in the way that's going to work for you, how to do this in a way that's going to feel good to you, that's going to last. It's something that you're going to want to show up for yourself, right? So I wanted a reminder today as to, I think sometimes when we're in the doing, again, when we're in the ings, the doings, the fightings, the strugglings, and we're in the ings, we forget how powerful that we are. We forget how powerful our bodies can be, our minds can be, our connection to that life force. We forget, we so quickly give our power away. And I can speak for myself. I have given my power away most of my life, thinking that everybody else knew what was best for me, because what did I know? I'm a nurse, or, I was a single mom, or, I don't have this Harvard education. I don't have this, quote unquote life experience of traveling the world. Like, what the hell do I know? And I gave my power away to people who I thought knew what was best for me. And when I stopped doing that, as scary, now the issue with that is, right, when you don't give your power away, then that means you got to start taking that responsibility for yourselves, right? I had to now begin to say, all right, can you hear the waves? Look how pretty. I now began to had to stand in my own shit and stop blaming everybody else, stop blaming the world, stop blaming my parents, stop blaming, this person for not doing this, or that person for doing this, or the economy, or, my boss, or, life, right? I had to stop doing that. So when we begin to step into taking that power back and remembering how powerful we are in our own space, in our own minds. We are the only person in the world that knows what is best for us. And you have to begin to question all these belief systems that we have, and all these thought processes, and everything, like all these truths that we think are, the world is an awful place. Is that really true? Are we supposed to be kind to everybody, right? Like, are we supposed to be kind to everybody? Yeah, like everybody says that we are, but are we really supposed to? Is everything happening for a reason? There's I don't know, it's getting to that next thought and questioning all of these beliefs that we have adapted, that somebody else has given to us, questioning even more so. And this is like my passion, is about putting that power back on you for finding your way to lose weight. If you're committed to losing weight, yes, I can tell you how, it's probably going to happen. But is that going to work for you? And I can guide you, I can do all that, but what we can do together is find a plan that works for you by you asking yourself the questions. Is this something I'm willing to do for the rest of my life? Because like I have adopted this new philosophy. If I'm not going to do it for the rest of my life, I'm not going to do it. Now, when I mean that, I don't mean that I'm not going to change it and pivot out of it and figure shit out, but I am going to get committed to it. And I'm going to because I don't know if this is anything like you, but like I start 9,562 things, a year. I maybe complete one or two of those things. Like it's just who I am, right? I just start things and I don't see it through to the end. But this is one thing I'm seeing through to the end. I am going to see to the end of what I want from my own life, right? Like what works for me. I mean, there's so many people out there that, that we talk about, finding your purpose, and their purpose is, writers, or their purpose is, to, be doctors, or to be the, moms and then grandmothers, and like their purpose is all those things. And finding my purpose was probably one of the hardest journeys I ever had to do. And when I stopped looking for my purpose, it fell right into my lap. And what my purpose in life is to be my own best friend, to figure shit out that works for me. That's my purpose. So anybody out there who is like, they're all about their finding their purpose, that what your purpose is? To realize the power that you have within yourself to create whatever it is that you want. That's your purpose. Your purpose is to be the best you that you can possibly be in any moment. And if in that day it means that you eat a whole box of cupcakes, or you eat the whole thing of Cinnabons, or you eat that's your purpose for that day. And stop beating yourself up for it, right? It's like each thing is a stepping stone. It's that, here you are, here you want to be. And as I talked about last week, it's that creek in between with the rocks, stepping on them. It's a discovery, right? We're discovering who we are. We're discovering who are we without our stories? Like if you woke up with amnesia today and you didn't have any of those past stories, how would you show up different? Who would you want to be? What would you do? And I challenge everybody to kind of do that constantly. Like, all right, this is a new, having that beginner's mind no matter where you go. Approaching weight loss with a beginner's mind. It doesn't matter what you've tried in the past. It doesn't matter what you tried yesterday. It matters today what you want to do, and putting that through your own filtering system to say, is this really what I want, or is this what I should be doing? Again, as I talked to you like on Monday, I think it was, do you even really want to lose weight? Is that really what you want? If it's not, then you know what? Be happy with right where you are. Be okay with that. And if in a different time you want to lose weight, then you start to investigate that. If you do want to lose weight and you're committed to that, and you want to begin to look at that for yourself, hey, look at resources to do that for you, not what. And again, it's important to kind of get, information from everybody, but then again, it's like, will this work for me? Again, what my journey looked like was I was not willing to eat, kale and green juice and all this stuff. It's just because I'm sure it's good for you, but like, do I know that? If I don't like it, then it's not good for me. I had to figure this out for me. I had to figure shit out that was going to work for me, that I know was going to happen long term. There is 20,000 different things that you can do as to how to lose weight. But the most important thing as to how to do it is to run it through your own filtering system and asking yourself, is this what I really want to do? Is this going to work for me? I need to figure out how this is going to happen for myself so that I can do this long term. So when I talk about, the struggle with weight loss, ending that struggle, the struggle is beating yourself up along the way. The struggle is not loving yourself today exactly right where you are. That's the struggle. You struggle when you fight reality. And reality can be changed from moment to moment. So if one moment you're on that scale and it's 175 pounds and you are beating yourself up, that's the struggle. You get on that scale and it's 175 pounds and you look at it as information and you get curious, asking yourself, am I okay with that? Do I want it to be less? Do I want it to be more? What is it I want for me? And coming at it as if you got amnesia, like nobody's ever said anything about weight before. Who are we all to say that 175 pounds isn't where you need to be in that moment? Who am I to say that, me being where I want to be? It's getting in tune with yourself. Losing weight is a journey to learning how to love yourself. That's what losing weight is about. And if I can help, anybody to do that, that's kind of my purpose right now. It's not about the weight, right? Like, it's about the weight, but the bigger thing that I love watching women do is begin to develop a relationship with themselves, to begin to develop that love for themselves, that best friend that they are for themselves. That's what this journey really is. And when you begin to do that, you show up completely different than you've ever have before. You don't judge that past person that ate the donuts. You don't judge that future person that wants something more for you. And you certainly don't judge that person that's right here where you are, wanting to have something different for yourself. So it's kind of like three different people, right? Like, you have that past person, you have right where you are, and you have that future self that you want to be. And it's the stream. It's the past self is that side of the stream. It's the, doing the process of getting across, and then to that future self is to where you want to be. And it's integrating all of those and valuing each and every one along the way. And that's what Weight Loss Journey is about. It's about honoring yourself exactly where you are and where you want to go. Every step of the way, not just when you get there, but today before you get there, because you love yourself that much. We've all tried to beat ourselves up to get us, to say, hey, I can't even believe we're here again. Here we are again, right? Like, doing this again. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are we here again? Like, this is what I say to myself sometimes about a whole bunch. I mean, not so much about weight anymore, but it's other things, and I have to check myself and say, hold on, we don't do that anymore. It's not how we talk. That's not how I talk to myself anymore. Check that shit at the door. It's not going to happen on my watch anymore. I love myself too much to allow myself to talk to myself that way. And it's just so important to understand that and live into that weight loss is a journey about self-love. It's a journey about discovering who you are and who you want to be. That's the journey of weight loss. So if you're interested, click the link. I'll put it in there. We could have a free discovery session as to what's going on here. Like, what thoughts are you having? Stop beating it. Let's look at how to stop beating yourself up and get to where you want to go. All right. Have the best day ever, everybody.